Right now, we got to talk about elections here. Tomorrow is your last day to vote in the North Carolina primaries because it is primary day. More than 500,000 people, though, that said, statewide have voted early. If you didn't, though, you can start heading to those polls 6:30 tomorrow morning. Got several big races on the ballot. Voters, of course, picking who will represent their party in the general election in November. WCNC Charlotte's Chloe Leshner joining us live from Uptown. So, Chloe, what can we expect tomorrow?
Hey, Vanessa, turnout is generally low during the primary election, but there are some bigger races on the ballot this year that could push more people to the polls. Our U.S. Senate race, especially on the Republican side, will likely get a lot of national attention. What's decided at the polls tomorrow will set the stage for the general election in November.
And the public policies that these candidates want to advance will have an impact on average North Carolinians' daily lives. And so certainly I think, we would love to see a higher turnout rate than just 20% in these primary elections, but it's oftentimes the most engaged and the most partisan folks who show up to vote in these primaries.
The U.S. Senate race in the Tar Heel state is getting a lot of attention. Democrat Sherry Beasley is the presumptive winner for her party, while former governor and Charlotte Mayor Pat McCrory is up against Trump-endorsed Ted Budd.
And I think this North Carolina Senate seat will be in the top 5 of the most competitive across the country.
The winner needs 30% of the votes or more to avoid a runoff election in July. Budd has been ahead in the polls for the past several weeks, and all signs are pointing to a competitive race in November.
I think Democrats will have some strong headwinds going against them. The president's party typically loses seats.
Historically, most registered voters don't participate in a primary. Dr. Michael Bitzer, a political science professor at Catawba College, says that means the votes cast holds even more weight.
And if only 2 out of 10 voters are showing up, those 2 voters, their voice matters much greater. And some of these races could be decided by a couple hundred votes.
So the polls open at 6:30 in the morning and will stay open until 7:30 in the evening. State elections officials say they're typically busiest at the beginning and end of the day, but as long as you are in line by 7:30, you will be able to cast your vote. Live in Uptown, Chloe Leshner, WCNC Charlotte.
Good reminders there. And yes, we will be tuning in to see what happens tomorrow. Chloe, thanks. We'll remind everyone at home, if you have answers still, we have a frequently asked election questions article on our website. Just go to WCNC.com, or even easier, just take your phone out and scan the QR code you see on your screen right now. It will take you straight to that page.